Why am I here? I think because I was intrigued by the title, and the idea of greed, and the idea that perhaps we could do something about it. And so I thought I'd just tell you a little bit about my green journey. I claim no real credentials to it. I'm a small business, and I remember some years ago we invested in a lease for a property which was a converted stable in a lovely rural farm. And we were very proud of this. It all was travelled 60 miles or so, or 20 or 10 or whatever, to get to work every day. We thought this was really nice. It was a nice place and it was really attractive and so on. So we rang our clients and said, what do you think of our new address? And they went, that sounds nice, farm. Must be very nice to work there. Yeah, it is. And we said, are you going to come and see us? They went, no, why would we come and see you? And so, after about a year overseas, we got out of it and said, we're going home. We're going to work from home. And it was just at the time when emails were going up, telephone calls started to go down. I don't know how you found in your business, but I now find, perhaps I'm the only lonely soul, but I only get about 2 phone calls a day, and about 9,000 emails a day. And my fax machine is a sort of antiquity when I show my son, he goes, what's that? Because it's now done by the internet. And so I reduced my mileage from 30,000 miles down to about 15. My route to Leeds Bradford. So I could hop on the aeroplane, I could go by train, and I instantly found that I dropped about 3,000 miles. And then somebody started talking about weed and all this, so I got really smug and very proud of myself, and I got that very well. And then I started to recognise that something was going on the internet. And I can be even more smart because I went to your races the other day. Not races, I went to an event at your races. And somebody mentioned cloud technology. Now I hope I'm going to be really smart and say, put your hands up if you know about cloud technology. Cloud technology is the latest innovation. I'm not an IT geek, I'm just a user. And I have been using email and so on for quite a while. And I suppose many of you use MSN. MSN for home. Yahoo, and so on. And I'm a bit out of date with all now. How many of you use Skype? Skype was the next generation business application of Yahoo and MSN. It wasn't acceptable to say you use MSN at work. If you said you use Skype, then you were okay. It was a business tool. But what you realise, of course, if you look at it, is you have a piece of software on your machine which says that you download the program. You're trying to talk to somebody in Bradford City Council and say, would you like to go on Skype? They go, no, we're not allowed to download software. So you do. So if you're a small business trying to talk to a bigger business, you had it. They can't talk to you. But cloud technology is where you don't even have the software on your machine. The software is sitting somewhere up there in the cloud, on the internet. And it's that that I want to share with you tonight, because that's been the latest part of my journey. If I said dim, like in YouTube, anybody know what it is? Right, so if you see me afterwards, I'll point you to my website where I've put an article about this so you can get all the references to it. DimDim is an online web conferencing, web meeting service. Now you sign in and you instantly send an email or a text message to somebody who gets it on their computer and goes, Tony Mann would like to talk to you. You dial in, you've got no software, you've got no protocol problems, and you have an internet-based meeting. And if you've got web, you can talk on webcam, with a microphone, you can talk on web on microphone. issue is, do you have a web-based, a CAM-based, a microphone-based software? And so that is pretty reserved now, and you can have all kinds of programs out in the marketplace. And I recently, which is where I think it's starting to hit me, I've been to New Zealand to launch a new product and a new service in New Zealand. And I was wondering how many holidays I was entitled to, how many times I could go to New Zealand on the basis of this thing that I launched. And then the person said to me, no, we don't need to come across here. We'll just do all our meetings on the web. So once every 2 weeks, we dial in, 8 hours difference, we share the page, or 13 hours difference, and we talk via the internet. If I said Google Groups to you, you can have a place where your files, your documents can be held centrally, up in the cloud, where you can run a project with your team. And you wouldn't need to have any protocol issues around files, invading grant city council protocols, trying to get to their files, they'll be on the internet. You can upload photographs in the same way as you've been starting to do for your home. We were talking just now about crossover between home work. You upload your latest picture of your grandchild or your wedding or your sort of head night or whatever stack night onto the internet and let people look at them. You can upload photographs of your product. You can upload information onto a Google group so your customers can see it. You can have webinars. You could train your customer. You can introduce them to a new technique or a new methodology by having what's called a webinar. Slightly different from a one-to-one voice conversation audio. You now become like me, except you're not talking to an audience in the room, you're talking to a group of people anywhere. And I found myself really stunned the other week because I got an email from a company and I thought, I can't be bothered. And then I realized it was a webinar, it was internet-based. At 7 o'clock that evening I thought, sorry, why shouldn't I go? So I paid my £41 on their pay scheme. The next morning I go over 9 o'clock, went to my office and joined in the conference. I didn't move from my desk, I asked 6 pertinent questions which were answered personally to me, and I then went to the company. I hadn't spent any mileage, I hadn't spent any hotel bills, I hadn't wasted any energy, I had been on the internet in clouds. So in a sense I had my own clouds. And I think what I would say to any small business is once you vet your customer or your supplier or your colleagues or your project team and you know their foibles and how they react and or the way they tell jokes or they pull their ears when they're talking or whatever, or they speak with a slight sort of funny humour, from then on, you don't need to travel. My mileage has now gone down to 10,000 miles a year. I've given up my lease car, and I now travel most of my train or plane or bus or whatever. Or when I don't, I'm not travelling, I find that actually I spend more time internet-based, meeting my colleagues and my clients, and I haven't got to protocols, and I haven't worn myself out, and I save myself a lot of money. And I'm getting branding points or reading points because I've saved my car.